That's arguably one of the best shows you can see on the Strip. The weather also putting on quite a show outside, but not the show we want to see, showing off hot temperatures. And right now, we're still in preheat mode. So sunny and breezy, we talked about that. Slightly stronger winds are anticipated in Arizona, and that's why a red flag warning is in place today for dry weather and gusty winds. So if a fire did start, the spread would be very fast. We're expecting thunderstorms to start developing on Wednesday with a chance of that in Las Vegas as well. Ahead of that, our temperature climb will bring us to the triple digits again today, 102 degrees by 4 o'clock. Winds mainly picking up again this afternoon and will linger into the evening with wind gusts around 30 miles an hour. Tonight, skies will be clear with temperatures falling to around 44 degrees overnight, so even above average into the overnight hours. We'll drop to 36 degrees on Mount Charleston, 26 Caliente, as well as Alamo at 27 degrees for the low. Over the next 7 days, we've got temperatures slowly trending down. It's monsoon season, so we typically see this shift of moisture moving in from the south. But this time, it's a little bit different. It's a bit more enhanced, and I'll explain why. So you can see that moisture moving in across the region. What's in the mix now is a tropical disturbance that's expected to push a lot more of this moisture in across the southwest. That will fuel more thunderstorms, heavier rain, and it's all expected this weekend. We're going to get you right down to the street level. So we'll start with Spring Valley, where you can see we're already getting some showers and actually really just a cell over the West Flamingo Road area, West Russell, and you can see Decatur also getting some shower activity. These storms are moving from south to north right now, so we're likely going to see more of this pitter patter if you live in the heart of town and potentially on the north end of the Las Vegas Valley as well as these storms move through. In Henderson, we're getting some light rain falling so far. That could ramp up even more as we get into the afternoon with more storm chances in the mix. We're sounding the alarm because we have heat warnings that haven't gone into effect yet for Las Vegas. That begins tomorrow as temperatures continue to crank up and will remain in effect all the way through next Tuesday evening as of right now. We've got record challenging temperatures in the forecast. This is just a peak of this weekend. With the standing records, we're anticipating tying those at least Saturday and Sunday and near record highs into Monday. The only activity I'm going to suggest is find a way to cool off, maybe by the pool, because this is what temperatures will look like as we climb into the weekend. We've got some very active weather arriving this weekend, thanks in part to what is now Hurricane Hillary, packing sustained winds at 75 miles an hour. It's going to continue moving north for the most part, and substantial moisture from this system will impact us here in the southwest. Here's a look at the timing as we get into the weekend. Abundant moisture, which also means abundant rain, is on the way. This is a look at the active weather that we're watching here. The main cluster of rain is starting to move through right now. It has been doing so for the last couple of hours, and we'll continue to see the unsettled weather over the next few as well. So this is a look down to your street level. Lone Mountain, you can see this area is starting to get more of that moderate rain, and over on the far west side of town, this is along the 215. That's where we're getting that moderate rain currently falling. Valley rain and also some snowflakes falling in town. You can see the temperatures here very chilly out there at the moment, and we've got more updates to tell you about. If you're heading up to Mount Charleston, chains and snow tires are required. We have 14,000 people without power because of these strong winds that have reached around 50 miles an hour in many parts of the Las Vegas Valley. A mixture of rain and also snowflakes. Before the cold front pushed through, we had temperatures in the mid-50s. That's down about 10 degrees from yesterday's high temperatures. This is the view outside. I'm not kidding. We can't even see the mountains. Visibility down significantly. This is a look at the action-packed weather captured through a time lapse at the Wetlands Park. You could see quite a bit of movement on the ground and in the air as those winds really started to ramp up. One of the strongest winds that we've reported, it was a gust of 63 miles an hour at the North Las Vegas Airport. We'll certainly see some regional flash flooding, and then we've already started to see from Andrew's live shot that street ponding, some of it collecting in parts of the valley, especially the lowland parts. That's why we have that flood watch that's in place all the way through Monday evening for that excessive rainfall. And just to put into perspective, the average amount of rain we see for the entire year is just over 4 inches of rain. So this amount of water for us here in southern Nevada is very significant. Now, this is what's going to be a big game changer. An atmospheric river. We had back-to-back storms just like this at the start of the year. It's where you have a condensed column of water vapor that transports abundant moisture from around Hawaii all the way into the west coast. It can also be known as the Pineapple Express. It's going to cause some problems for our friends out in the west. Snow levels dropping to about 8,000 feet will cause some significant significant snow melt. So that's the latest we have ever seen, our first triple-digit occurrence here in Las Vegas. As you know, today is June 21st. So we are approaching that number. Can you believe it?
We have active weather to talk about, so let's listen to Chloe Koast.
Yeah, and most people looking outside would see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies in the valley, but just outside of town, we've got this cell that's producing multiple lightning strikes just on the outside of the Las Vegas Valley, closer to Indian Springs. But you can see northwest of town, but you can see getting in a little bit closer, multiple lightning strikes and brief downpours in this area. The storm movement is moving from the southwest to the northeast. So right now, all of these cells moving away from the Las Vegas Valley, but getting a good little downpour even into the Moapa Valley. We'll take a look at some of the radar estimates. Just right around 0.3 of an inch of rain. That's just outside of Indian Springs, the one I just showed you. In the Sheep Range, around 0.2 of an inch of rain.
Things changed so fast today. When I woke up this morning, it was sunny, calm conditions, perfect day to be outside, and then whammo, the cold front moved in.
We predicted all of that, and even what's happening outside right now. Take a look. This is on Las Vegas Boulevard. It doesn't even look like Las Vegas at all because of the strong winds hitting over 50 miles an hour in many parts of the Las Vegas Valley. Another site from Centennial Hills where we've been seeing blowing snow as well. Not much accumulation. We have been getting some reports on some cold surfaces where some light dusting of snow has been accumulating, but overall not too much with the sticking. This is what the radar looks like at the moment, mainly light to moderate rainfall around the region, but we've got some snow mixed in, some flakes mixed in as well as we're going through the day. Visibility down to just a few miles.
Doesn't feel like the first day of meteorological spring today, Chloe.
I know, what a weird little tease that is, you know. It's like welcome to spring for the scientists, and it's anything but that with the winter storm rolling in. Actually, more recently, we're starting to see some snow falling out at Red Rock.
All right, let's go ahead and send it over to Chloe Koast, talk a little weather right now, find out what's going to happen when you walk outside.
I was going to say two rich nerds duking it out. I don't like violence, but I will watch it.
Oh, goodness.
I think that would be interesting. And I don't mean that as a mean thing. I like, I like science. But that would be.
We're all nerds in our hearts.
Yes. We're still in the summer months, and it certainly feels like it. I mean, it might be comfortable for a lizard. And speaking of that, I love this message at Gearling Elementary School. I don't know if you guys can actually see it in the background, but it says, "It's a great day to be a gecko."
This is one that reaches 22 feet in length.
I was going to say, that it really gives me throwback vibes of Britney Spears. Was it at the VMAs
Oh,
where
yes,
she's holding
that's
this?
right.
Could you imagine if that guy just was walking on the roof like, but.
That would be a good way to end the story.
Yeah, maybe next time. Or maybe hopefully there's not a next time.
Everybody, Chloe, did you see that?
I did. I've actually been to his show, and the audience participation is a lot of fun, but I was that person who was like sinking way low in the seat.
Oh, you didn't want to get up there?
I get nervous. I get very shy.
You're on TV every day.
Yeah, but I'm just staring at a camera looking at myself. It's not like I know people who are watching. Hi, if you're watching. I hope you're watching. In case people are wondering at home, we do not have stylists. We buy our own stuff, and we also do our own makeup. So when you send an email and you're like, "You look like garbage," that's me.